Oh my jeez. Good thing we had totems. Oh my god, dude. No, no. Yo. What's good, Exiles? I got great news. Totem, the warrior, he lives on. We hit level 29. And I think at the recording of the last video, I think we were like 18 maybe. So we got 11 levels. Not too bad, not too bad. I think we're closing in maybe on the end of Act 2. I think. Anyway. But we made a couple changes to the skill tree. You know, we got a little bit more gear. And as you saw from the gameplay footage at the beginning of the video, it was just a little, you know, how the build plays right now. You know, trash mobs, we just throw the totems out. We have the ancestral spirits now. We went Warbringer Ascension. So the ancestral spirits come out. We kind of just let them take care of the trash mobs, and then when they're primed for stun, we run in and Bone Shatter and Herald of Ash, and the shockwaves, it makes them explode. It's fun. It's really fun. Bosses, what we've been trying to do is just rack up damage with Perfect Strike, totems, and then the Ignite from Perfect Strike. But as you saw in that other clip, we were 15 HP away from death. But Totem lives on, and let's get right into the tree. So like I said, yeah, we got our Ascension. We went increased Totem Life, and then grants the skill Ancestral Spirits. Now, I don't know if this is optimal with the Warbringer tree. I've never made a Warbringer. I was looking at the Warcry stuff, and that looks really, really fun. Specifically this one. Corpses in your presence explode when you Warcry. But I went the Ancestral Spirits since, you know, I'm doing a Totem build. So, doing a Totem build. All of this is the same. It was the armor nodes, health regen, all that good stuff. Strength, melee damage, you know, stun build up, went down here. Oh, fun fact too. So, right before that boss fight that left us on 15 HP, we had leveled up right before that, and I was contemplating whether getting totem placement speed or armor. And we ended up going with this armor node. And I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty sure that saved our life. I'm pretty sure without this 50% increased armor, we would have died right there. So, you know, we were being looked out for. Grab these armor nodes. We grab these strength nodes and beef for the extra HP. We went down here. We have this jewel that does absolutely nothing for us. But we got it, and it's in there. So, you know, obviously we're going to replace this, but it's tough because we didn't click solo self-found at the character select screen, but we are doing solo self-found. So, hardcore solo self-found run. And it's tough, man. It's a lot of fun, though. And then we went down here. We got to the totem tree that we wanted to get to. You know, the totem damage and the extra totem. In the last video, I said I wanted to do Giant's Blood. And I don't know if that's worth it with a totem build, right? Because what I showed you before where, you know, the totems, they use their own weapon. So I don't know if a two-handed weapon would be cool, but I don't know if it's going to scale my totems at all. So this is a maybe. This is a maybe. We need to play today. We need to get our skill points. I'm going to be exploring this massive skill tree and trying to figure out where we want to go moving forward. Like I said, I really have no idea at this point in time. But with that being said, let's check out the skills that we've been using. We changed a couple support gems around. We still have Mace Strike. Obviously, it's our basic attacks with rage and attack speed. I don't think that changed. We have the Ancestral Spirits. Now, these come out of our totems now. So when we summon a totem, it summons an Ancestral Spirit, and then the Ancestral Spirit, it desummons once the totem dies or desummons, right? These scale with minion. Like anything that's minion scales these, except for Totem Life. Totem Life in the skill tree also affects these minions. Supported skills deal 30% more melee physical damage against bleeding enemies. And then I just put this on there. I don't even know if it's doing anything, to be completely honest. But I figured fire ancestral spirits, why not, right? And then for the bleeding, right? Obviously, they don't inflict bleed on their own. But what I did was I put lacerate on the totems. So now the totems have a 50% chance to inflict bleeding. So I figure we summon the totems, they do their shockwave, right? They inflict bleeding on something, and then the ancestral spirits come out and they just do more damage. They just do more damage against bleeding enemies. And like I said, I don't even know if this is doing anything, but I hope it is, because that's what we went with. Obviously, we're probably going to end up changing this stuff, but Rolling Slam is still with Fists of War, so it's ancestrally boosted and more stun buildup. Bone Shatter, we just have Execute on it. We don't really use Bone Shatter until they're primed for stun from the totems. Like I said, we just throw the totems out, wait till they're primed for stun, run in and Bone Shatter. That's been my bread and butter at the moment. We did Shockwave Totem, Infernal Cry. So skills empowered by supported skills deal 15% more damage. When I use Infernal Cry, it empowers my Perfect Strike. We mainly use that for bosses. And then it also inflicts Corrupted Blood, which is just a little bit more damage. Perfect Strike, we have Window of Opportunity on it now. So supported skills have a 25% shorter perfect timing window, but they deal 50% more damage when it's released with perfect timing, which, I mean, that just goes hand in hand. And then this one, Eternal Flame. So supported skills have 100% increased ignite duration on enemies, but a 25% less chance to ignite. But like I said in the last video, reading is power. If you read this on Perfect Strike, if you click the Perfect Strike tab here, it always ignites. It doesn't say it has an 80% chance to ignite or a 90 or whatever. It always ignites. So this Eternal Flame on this literally has no downside. Less chance to ignite on always ignites is still always ignites. And then longer ignite. Why not? Just seemed to work. And then Leap Slam. We just got Leap Slam upon logging off yesterday. And I love Leap Slam. It's very fun. Just jump around. It's very cool. So yeah, that's what we've been doing here with the skills. I don't think the gear changed. Oh, wait, it did. Look, so we actually have a new weapon. Before we were using this weapon, the Trefina Forge Maul, because it always deals crits against heavy stunned enemies. But since our primary focus is totems, we went with this. Adds physical damage, and it's mainly for the +3 to level of all melee skills, right? So if you actually look at totems, the DPS on it says 159. If we take off this weapon, it goes down to 90. It loses almost 70 DPS on the totems, right? So we need leveled of all melee skill gems. Ideally, what I want is a one-handed. If I don't go Giant's Blood, I want a one-handed mace that gives me as much level to all melee skills as possible. And then I honestly don't really think I care about what else is on it, at least for now. That's like my main goal right now. That's what I want. I think this helmet might be new. It's nothing crazy, but it gives me max life. It gives me strength, which is also max life, armor, and fire res, which is pretty cool. I appreciate the fire res. Our amulet gives us max life, max mana, regen. I mean, I don't care about the crit damage bonus. The energy shield I don't care about. The max mana is nice, I guess. I would obviously want something different on there, but having the max life and the life regen is still pretty cool. Cold res on our ring, and Ellie res as well. All Ellie res, which is nice. 7 life per enemy killed is actually really nice. I do enjoy that. And then the 30 fire res, which is also amazing. Our chest piece gives us lightning and fire res, some max life, some armor, and then we put a gem in there for lightning res. Our belt, armor, max life, some life regen. These gloves, okay, so it gives me dexterity, and unfortunately I need I need the dexterity so I can use Window of Opportunity. See, if I take these off, this grays out, it gets taken off my bar, so I actually need the dexterity so that I can use window of opportunity on perfect strike. These gloves, I don't really like them, obviously. Life per enemy killed and max life is great. Cold res is great. I would like to replace these gloves as soon as possible, though. We're still using the same boots because they got movement speed, so I need to find better movement speed boots. But they're not awful. You know, the flasks, all that good stuff. Yeah. And that's the gear. Our resistances at the moment are 43 fire, 31 cold, 30 lightning, and 0 chaos. 760 max HP. Oh, and I forgot. We have Herald of Ash as well. This is our persistent buff that we went with, and it has Magnified Effect, more AoE. So that's what we're doing now. We're going to be continuing the run today on Twitch, twitch.tv/Chenzi09. If you guys are interested in following Totem's journey. And until tomorrow with the new update video, mwah! Appreciate you guys.